My OpenClaw agent just decided it needs more compute. It keeps thinking things like this, so I gave it a budget, let it shop for itself. It's now on eBay, bidding for Mac Minis, trying to grow its server farm, and this is how I built it. Mike from the future here. Quick update before we actually get into this. I shot this video before WWDC, then I watched WWDC, and well, it was a damn squib. No new Mac Minis, no new Mac Studios, no new hardware at all, which means if you want more compute right now, you're shopping secondhand, which makes everything you're about to see even more useful. The whole thing is built on 3 open source tools. OpenClaw is my agent runtime. GStack is a new Claude Code framework that hardly anyone here on YouTube is talking about yet. It's actually made by Garry Tan, the CEO of Y Combinator, and the Zapier SDK as the action layer that talks to eBay and does all the magical things like finding Mac Minis for me to bid on. Okay, let's get into it. Here is Silicon Seeker. This is my dedicated OpenClaw agent that I've spun up to find the silicon. As you can see, I can ask it multiple questions. Why don't I start by saying, what can you do? It shouldn't really be able to do too much right now. Okay, and look at this. I can act as your compute hunting agent and general coding teammate. It knows exactly what it's supposed to do, but now we need to give it the ability to actually do it. So here I am just changing the directory to my Silicon Seeker bot. That's there. And then I'm going to run a simple Claude Code instance with Claude, dangerously skipping permissions, and now we're here. Now this is very important. Let's get GStack installed so I can use it as a skill inside Claude Code. And you'll notice Garry Tan made it super simple by actually giving you a prompt to copy and paste into Claude Code. So right over here in Claude Code, I'll just literally paste his prompt in. You see it sets it up. It gives it the information on exactly what's going on here. And I'll just sit back and, as usual, drink a bit of coffee while this happens. Okay, here it goes, whirring away. I'll install GStack. One adjustment, I'll clone the repo first. It's doing all of this stuff for me, and very soon I'll be able to use it. I don't want to sit here searching for Mac Minis all the time manually like this inside eBay. I actually want my AI agent to do this for me. And well, you'll see Zapier has its own integration with eBay. It can do things with orders, it can find orders, and it can do, most importantly, API requests. Now don't worry, we don't need to fiddle about with APIs, because the Zapier SDK will know exactly what to do. Essentially, I give my Zapier account to my agent to figure out all the things it needs to do to be autonomous inside eBay. So we'll go to the try it with one command. And again, once GStack is installed, I can just copy and paste this one-line prompt, and I'll have Zapier SDK up and running as well, which I've demonstrated in previous videos. So if you want to see the full install, go ahead, watch them. They're linked up in the description. Meanwhile, over here, we can see setup completed successfully. All skills are linked. It's now adding GStack to your global Claude, which is fantastic. I'll be able to go ahead and use this, and I'll say, yes, add it to the project, so it's all ready to go. And now we can do things like /office hours. Look at this, YC office hours. And as you can see there, office hours acts like a Y Combinator partner, challenging your idea before you even write any code to get this amazing infrastructure set up. You've got things like plan eng review. That's your engineering manager that locks in the architecture. And you can ship your release as well and review it at the end as well. This is what Garry Tan uses every day to ship his own code. And now we're going to use it to build my own eBay agent. Most people are probably used to using Zapier in the browser, its wonderful no-code visual editor to actually create zaps that work with different integrations, such as, well, 9,000 of them, including, of course, look here, eBay. But the SDK is for when you want to build something that pre-built apps don't cover, like ours. For instance, Zapier's native eBay app is mainly built for sellers. It handles orders and fulfillment, but we're not sellers, we're buyers. We need to search for listings and place bids. So we're going to build our own integration with the Zapier SDK, all on automation. All right, I'll start by chatting to GStack like I would a senior engineer, and we'll start with office hours. Now I'm going to say I want to build a Zapier SDK integration that lets my OpenClaw agent search eBay for Mac Mini M4 listings. Okay, you can see office hours has kicked in. What's your goal with Silicon Seeker? And I can answer it's either a hackathon demo, maybe having fun, building a startup, or learning. Let's just say we're having fun. Builder mode it is. Let's find the coolest version of this. And now GStack is working for me to find that out. It's got the second question. What's the hero moment? The single on-screen beat that my video is built around. Now it's funny because in my initial prompt, I said I'm actually creating this example for a YouTube video. All right, this is what I love about office hours and GStack is it's the approve step that I need to work towards, and it's given me 4 different options here. Note that buy it now outright is a good one here, but it's not guaranteed because eBay's API is limited on that. The same with bid and make a best offer. There are not really available endpoints to do that, but option 4 down here looks really good. Prepare a checkout and I finish. So essentially my agent would give me a deep link to eBay so I can complete the buy. This is perfect. I'm going to confirm that and lock it in. As you can see, GStack is taking the pain out of everything for me because it's researching and it knows what's possible before I even start to build. Now this is really cool. It asks me if it can run a couple of web searches to ground the design in current facts. Things change all the time, including API endpoints for eBay, so absolutely I'll say search away. And there it goes, it's searching away, eBay API place, eBay Browse API, eBay Marketplace, Zapier MCP. It's doing a lot of heavy lifting for me so I can get this built out right the first time. Now here's a really cool thing about GStack, it can actually hand over to a second independent AI before it draws approaches. This is cool because I don't just have to rely on Claude Code, it can hand off to Codex or Gemini before I go ahead and build. But I'm pretty happy with everything, so I'm going to plan engineering review. And while that's all going away, I'll actually sign into my eBay account here inside my Zapier account because I haven't linked it yet. And you'll see how simple it is. It just asks me to continue to my eBay account, so we'll do that. And now it's transferred me to eBay. Do I really want to connect to Zapier? Yes, I agree and continue. And it was as simple as that. Now I'm connected to eBay. Okay, look at this. Everything is now complete. It's just given me the summary of everything and I am ready to go. This is the most exciting part because I / ship the workflow. We're going to get it going. So I'll paste in this, which will say I want to build the eBay Browse API search trigger using the Zapier SDK. This is the final step. Then I can get it into my OpenClaw and it can go daily out onto eBay and find more compute. All right, finally here we can see GStack is writing all of the configuration files needed, the config, the scoring of Mac Minis it finds, and of course the most important Zapier file that will use the SDK basically for everything, from searching eBay to messaging me on Slack to recording the info in Google Sheets. All right, deployed, verified on the container. Yes, this is amazing. So let's give it a go. Simple prompt here, use the Mac Mini skill to hunt, then Zapier SDK to ping to Slack with buy now deals on the real deals and record everything inside a Google Sheet. All right, you can see it's found the Zapier SDK agent. It knows exactly what it needs to do with it and it's running it as a tool call right now in front of my very eyes. This may indeed take some time to go through and run, so I'll just go and make myself another coffee and come back to this in a moment. All right, here it is. Apple Mac Mini for 564 British pounds there, also some backups, and it's all recorded for me in a handy CSV file. We can also see in real time here the Zapier SDK is being called, so I should get my Slack and Google Sheets output. Okay, we can see a new sheet has been spun up here, Mac Mini deals with the date. It's got loads of fields. You can see in real time it's doing Google Sheets write add row line, so it's actively working on this. And look at this right over here. We've had those all written in with eBay links, so I can go in and bid on these or buy them now. It tells me what the price is in GBP, how much the post and packaging is, the feedback of the seller. This is kind of important stuff. How many people are watching those auctions? And if we look over here in Slack, look at this best eBay Mac Mini lead I found, and it's got the exact lead that it told me about earlier inside OpenClaw, gives me a direct link to purchase if I want. It's new and sealed. This sounds really exciting. Now, the next step would be to make this more autonomous and give my OpenClaw agent maybe the ability through the API and the Zapier SDK to actually bid on these items. Check out the conclusion here to say that it's actually created that Google Sheet. It's added 8 listings. It sent the best deal and backups to Slack as a DM, even given me my Slack link that I need, so OpenClaw can literally recruit its own hardware. If you want to try it yourself, GStack is open source. I'll link it up down below. Zapier SDK is free to get started, also linked up down below. And drop a comment down below if you want to see more things just like that. Future Mike here again. A quick one before you go. I packaged the whole thing I've just done into an open source skill, so you can actually grab the repo, install it, and have your agent hunting eBay for you in minutes. Mac Minis, Mac Studios, cameras, GPUs, whatever you need, your agent can go and find it. Link to the repo is down below in the description. go and build something cool with it. Hit subscribe, I do videos like this every week. Thank you so much for watching, and YouTube is showing a video on your screen now you should watch next. Thanks.